Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott.
And I'm Jeremiah.
And we are back for episode 349.
Oh my god, the penultimate, if you will.
To 350, yes.
Exactly.
Not the end. Not the end.
The penultimate episode, the second to last episode we will ever do. Mark my words.
You never know. I might be being slowly poisoned by you.
I have been slowly poisoning you for a long time.
350 episodes.
Since 2014.
You ever notice those patches of bald on your head? And
yeah.
Weird liver spots at your age?
It's like really weak, you know? You're like, oh, you're just getting older. Yeah, no. You're just getting poisoned, bitch.
Very slow copper poisoning. I'm thinking like some rare metal. Actually, a rare metal poisoning would be easier because that's harder to trace.
Oh, yeah.
Although a not
platinum.
so rare metal poisoning would be harder to trace in the sense that metal's all around you.
No, I'm thinking like
if you've
platinum.
got like vibranium, they're gonna like, well, who poisoned him with vibranium? It's fictional.
Fictonium?
Yeah. Unobtainium. Yeah. Although wait, that one is real.
That one is real.
Vibranium's fake. Adamantium's fake.
Unobtainium
sounds fake. It's from Avatar, but it's actually real.
Yeah. But I think fictonium sounds pretty good.
Fictonium.
Yeah. Anyway,
I use non-fictonium. It actually kills.
Yeah.
One's like the idea of killing. The other one's lethal.
Yeah. Non-fictonium is very killer, but nobody knows it exists because nobody listens to it. Because, nobody likes non-fictonium. Unless it's true crime non-fictonium, in which case everybody listens to true crime non-fictonium.
In that case, it's housewife wine o'clock time.
That's right. Wine fictonium.
I like just trying to shoehorn that into everything to make it work.
Yeah. Fuck it. Anyway, we're a show.
So we need an offshoot podcast off of our show that's in the umbrella
Wine fictonium.
Yeah, Wine Fictonium. People are like, what's it about? Well, it's for middle-aged women who like drinking wine, listen about murder.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell you anything in the title.
You're like 90% of the female population. Okay.
But it's only about wives, like Lifetime movies about wives who slowly rare metal poison their husband.
Rare metal poison, yeah.
Rare metal poison.
Yeah, like what
they took the little composite components out of their iPhones and iPads.
Yeah.
Like the things that 20 miners died in Africa to dig out of the ground just to get
20 17-year-olds.
Yes.
Exactly.
That. You just pull that out of the phone, grind it up, put it as meal. But kill him.
Yeah, that's right. We're only a conflict mineral podcast. Only bitches who fucking kill their mans with conflict minerals only need apply. Anyway.
Yeah, every story's the same. It's just a different wife taking apart an iPhone, pulling out one little thing, and grinding it up and putting it in the food.
Yeah, I don't know. What's this fucking weird, South African mineral? I don't know if you've ever heard of. Yeah,
I put in his salve.
Yeah.
He used it as salve.
Yeah, that's right.
I hate that fucking word.
Salve. Yeah, he needed to put some salve on his knee, so I just chopped up an iPhone. Yeah, chopped up an iPhone.
Just chunks of iPhone sticking out of the...
Yeah, and now...
I know the rare metal's in there somewhere.
Yeah, and now we're an infomercial for a really nice Japanese steel knife. Just like, yeah, you need to chop up an iPhone to maybe or maybe not kill your husband with unobtainium or, I don't know, iPhone-imium or whatever it is. Yeah.
Fictonium.
Yeah, that's right. Podcast fictonium. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you need to true crime your husband.
The ad is pushing. And this is how we get new stories each week. We push.
You need to true crime your husband. Well, just come and visit us. We have a nice knife that will chop your iPhone into little bits and pieces you can put into his tea. By the way, your fucking husband drinks tea. He deserves to be true crimed. And anyway.
I love using that as a verb. He deserves to be true crime.
Yeah. Don't make me true crime you. Don't make me. Okay. All right. Anyway, so we're a podcast. We do things.
I think everyone in their will needs to put who they want played by them in a Lifetime movie. Not saying it's gonna happen. Trust my wife. This is my will. I'm leaving everything to her.
Yeah.
But I want Timothy Oliphant to play me in a Lifetime movie.
In my Lifetime movie when I've been true crime by my wife.
And it better be funny. Timothy Oliphant shines in comedy.
Dude, Timothy Oliphant shines in everything he fucking does.
I got my Timothy Oliphant action figure in the mail the other day.
Really?
Yep. From Mandalorian. He plays the character.
Yeah.
in Mandalorian. I bought an action figure of him.
You have him and the Bill Burr action figure.
Coming. That one's Target, so it's delayed.
Target's delayed. Okay.
When you pre-order from Target, I learned it takes almost a year to get what you pre-order.
Huh.
So yeah, I'll have my Bill Burr action figure next year. And someone's birthday's coming up. Maybe, just maybe.
Yours. Yeah.
I didn't buy shit.
Your birthday's also coming up. Your birthday is like.
Oh no, I bought myself all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh yeah. No, my birthday
no
is
one
actually.
loves me, so I just maxed out my credit card buying myself.
I would say by the time people listen to this, my birthday has happened, and
Happy birthday!
I'm a whopping
true crime. Wait, no.
I'm a whopping 42, so nobody gives a shit about
You're
my
still
birthday.
younger than me.
So no big deal.
I'm 43 at the moment.
Yes.
So yeah, you're catching up.
That's right. I'll get there soon enough, you fucking bitch.
You're right. You're 41 now. You'll be 42 in a week. You're catching up to me. That's not how time works. Or aging.
I mean, it does and doesn't. You know, just like time.
Yeah, but I'm getting older too.
It's how time works, or don't.
This is why I'm buying toys of men older than me. There's a reason I'm buying Bill Burr and Timothy Oliphant action figures.
And by the way, they're like 3 years older than us.
Well, I was thinking.
They're like 7 years older.
Well, I was thinking.
I think they just turned 50.
I was thinking if I was going to buy you a toy, it would be the Herzog.
Oh,
figure.
Werner Herzog.
Werner,
yeah.
My God, I could not pull his name to my brain, but I got some of the syllables.
That's right.
I'll eat the baby.
Yeah, don't be such a coward. He's a baby.
This is our headcanon for Mandalorian Season 1. Just eat the baby.
Has you ever thought of eating Grogu? Grogu on rye.
Oh, God.
Oh, call back! Call back to last week.
Well, for the moment, the title of this episode, until we find something better, is Grogu on Rye, because we can.
We got to keep on Rye as our new like.
We can do a naming convention.
Grogu on Rye.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
next week we'll do a story about like a horrific rape and be like, rape on Rye.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of like something to make that a little lighter. It doesn't. Unless you count pushing the man raping you off of you, in which case that makes things way lighter because there's 200 pounds of rapist not on your belly. Ding gong goom, Grogu on Rye, Grogu.
What did you say, Gingu?
Yeah, that's right, Grogu style. Go Grogu style. Go Grogu style. Okay.
Dude, that probably exists. That fucking, with bad CGI, like some Roblox.
I would like to apologize for everything I just said up until this point. Anyway,
so as of next episode, we are going to have to never do this again. So this is something I'm going to do right now with a lot of glee. I'm going to explain the show.
You're still talking like a rapist. Something I hope to not have to do next time, but I'm going to do this time with a lot of glee. Go, Grogu on Rye.
So explain the show like a rapist. Okay. We're going to force some content. No, I can't do this.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's something a rapist has never had to say.
Oh,
that's right. This. You know what? You know the only. By the way, I'm working on this new.
Is this your type 5?
It's new my comedy. You know what? I was talking to my friend the other day. He said, "You know what? I don't like rapists." So, you know what? I said, "I don't like grapists. People whine is not a good thing." I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? What were you saying, Scott? Grogu on Rye.
Our podcast has been evolving since day one. I figure this is a good time to maybe give a short history. We started as two people who decided to hang out, talk funny on a mic because we're narcissists.
And we clearly failed at all of that, and we decided to start talking.
We were pretty directionless at first, but we did find some funny news stories like Florida Man stuff, and we kind of riffed on those, and we kind of just talked back and forth about them. And then we struck gold by deciding to have celebrities on. Our first celebrity ever was an animal handler from the UK who owned, past tense, rest in peace, Rocket Raccoon.
Exactly, yeah.
Oreo, actually.
Oreo, yeah.
Was a raccoon who was used by James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy as the model for Rocket Raccoon. And we talked to the animal owner, Sally Bent, and we had a great time. And we use that to continue to push forward, doing all these great interviews.
Darren Ewing
from Troll 2 and the new movie Sis.
Oh my God!
We had on the writer-director of Little Evil and Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. We've had most of the cast of Ash vs. Evil Dead on. Ted Raimi being one of them, who's also from Evil Dead 2.
What about Mr. Larry Cohen, the
classic
Maverick.
Larry Cohen?
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman.
We had Dan Harmon on, the creator of Community and Rick and Morty.
Not familiar with his work.
He even announced Rick and Morty season 2 on our show exclusive live because he got too drunk during our interview.
Exactly, and we literally were like, "Do you not want us to do it?" He's like, "Fuck it, say it."
Drank more vodka.
We're like, "All right, we have consent."
We then took our time and we decided to change the format of the show a bunch. We added segments, we subtracted segments, and we decided on our current format, which evolved from our let's make content out of these weird news stories that we love talking about and laughing about, because we made Brick Dildo as our first content I think we ever made about vampires.
Yeah.
Just a bad vampire movie. But it all came from a news story. And then eventually all of our news stories became these kind of weird tangents. Now we're on our way to rebranding ever so slightly again. We're definitely doing something new with these horror reviews.
I would say
to call us deep dives.
To call us the Beatles of podcasts would be stupid. You shouldn't do it, and it's very inaccurate.
But we evolve, we change, we grow. I bet you in 50 episodes we'll be a different show again. But you know what? We got some people who've been listening since episode 1.
To call us the Nickelback of podcasts would be inaccurate, and you shouldn't call us that either. Somewhere in between the Beatles and the Nickelbacks of podcasts is what you should call us. I don't know. Maybe the Coldplays. Maybe we're the Killers. Maybe we're the Jets.
I'd be fine being the Killers.
You know what? Maybe
that
we
fits
are
with our theme.
Maybe we are the My Chemical Romance of podcasts. Are you okay?
I'd be fine with that.
That's fine. Yeah,
I love My Chemical Romance.
We all want something to the city. Pretty good song, actually.
Actually, it's a really good song.
Yeah. I actually really like My Chemical Romance.
Me too. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, I do. Like I would actually be fine being the My Chemical Romance of podcasts.
That's fine. So, what we do now is we do a little bit of a deep dive into some horror stuff. We review a movie, we do a deep dive past that movie into some Google holes.
Yep.
We tie it all in with a news story that's relevant, and then we try to find some other weird fucking shit to do the same exact stuff we've always done.
Sure.
But new format, new style, new show, same host, different song, same format, less often,
same
length,
song,
different song,
different host.
We make it work.
Yeah.
So that is a very lengthy explanation with some deep dive into our past. And thank you for everyone who's been listening since day one. Thank you for all the people who jumped on, and maybe this is your first episode. We appreciate all of you. This has been a long ride. It's pretty much the only reason why Jared and I still hang out.
Pretty much.
You remove the show, our friendship dies. Yeah. You need to listen.
For the love of God, please.
You need to listen.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Save a friendship.
Tune in, tune out. It makes you smarter. Get lost. I think those are all of our taglines.
Yeah, get lost. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Talk to you next week.
We are friends. Anyway, Scott, you do have the movie hole this week, and we are going to get into yours.
Before we get to that, let's hit our mini hole.
Oh, we have a mini hole.
We got a mini hole.
That's right. You want to talk no spoilers? No spoilers.
I just really quickly want to say that I finished Stranger Things, the latest season. I'm a dum-dum.
You're the only person.
I thought it was the last season, so when the last episode ended, I went, well, that's bullshit, because, it's not over. It was kind of a
it was an entire new season.
I'm dumb. Kelly looked at me, my wife. She goes, you really thought that was a bad ending? I said, yeah, that's how they wrapped up the show. She's like, it's coming back. I'm like, wait, what?
Like,
I was like,
there's one more season. One more season.
I just thought it was very profound to end it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, you're like, wow, this fucking beat The Sopranos.
They learned nothing from Lost, or maybe they did. They were like, oh, Lost ended it with a definitive bad ending. Yeah. Let's do no ending at all.
Sopranos. It just fades to black. Or cuts to, not even fades to black, cuts to black.
Cuts to a caricature of a Italian on a pizza box. And then just goes into like one pixel of the paint that makes the pizza man.
Honestly,
and it's a red pixel.
Would have been a more definitive ending than the actual Sopranos ending.
Fair enough.
But So you finished it. How do you feel about the season? Vecna and whatever.
I love the entire season as a whole. I thought the last 2 episodes were great. The first one is slow and a setup for the last one, which makes up for it.
The last one is 2.5 hours long.
The hour and a half one before it feels like an hour and a half, if not 5. It's a slow setup.
Well, the next one is 2.5 hours. That
2.5 hours feels like it's a half hour.
Yeah.
And the Master of Puppets
that's what I've heard.
inclusion into it, which I heard was good, better than good. Better than good. It bugs me how they did it in one sense. There was one fail in that last episode that I've seen widely circulate on the internet. Apparently, everyone who's seen that episode has agreed they failed in one respect, and it was an easy thing to fix. They just didn't do it right.
Yeah.
But it did not ruin it. And that Metallica song that I do not like the band who did it, Metallica, it's a thing in the episode. Like it's a character.
That's about right.
Yeah, I did it all for the nookie. Yeah, the nookie. Yeah. So you can take the cookie. Could you imagine if 90s music and early 2000s ends up shifting a decade from now to be like the new 80s where we're all like,
oh, so the next Stranger Things is just it's instead of Kate Bush, it's fucking I didn't know about the nookie.
Yep. I'm just thinking there is
ball with a ball, the bang, diggy gooba diggy dooba dooba the chuck the boogie.
There is a period of the 90s where the music is great, and then there's a period of the 90s where it's like
4 years.
Like that.
Four, actually 3 amazing years of the 90s, 91 and 94.
There's that Butterfly song.
Oh, baby, fly, sugar, baby.
Yeah,
I'm waiting
for 10 years from now.
How about Len? I'll steal your sunshine. Bah, I'll steal your sunshine. Oh, Smash Mouth. A whole fucking strange. That's the reason Stranger Things. There will not be a Stranger Things of the 90s. There will be a
Stranger Things 2, and it's probably going to be 10 years from now because the actors
and it's all going to be steal your sunshine and
I don't want to steal. Yeah, I don't remember the lyrics.
Tear it up with a noogie.
Tear it off of your nookie.
Tear it up with your noogie.
Tear it off of your noogie.
Yeah, tear everything I say. Tear it off for the noogie. Tear it off for the noogie. So you could clean your ruggie. So you can
your rug and you rug your nuggie.
And then you rug your nuggie.
Okay, so Smash Mouth.
Yeah,
that song.
Grandma and your band
All Star. I could picture being in a 10 years later Stranger Things season 6 where they get them back and they're all in their adult phase, but the monsters come back. I could buy that song. And I think the nostalgia for that song will grow. I think a lot of the other ones we just did, like Butterfly, Nookie, and Len, Steal Your Sunshine. Yeah. Steal Your Sunshine, maybe.
How about this one?
Maybe.
Chicken the Chinese chicken. Take about the brain size chicken. Take that with the lights on. I'm definitely combining. I sing
that song at home often because my cat's name's Choco and he likes eating raw chicken. So when I'm cooking,
chicken the Chinese chicken,
chickadee Choco,
chickadee Choco, the Chinese chicken
with the chopped off chicken. Cool, I'll sing that to him.
Great. Yeah. So
my cat now thinks about raw meat and Smash Mouth.
We're talking about Bare Naked Ladies in that one, right?
Yeah. So there's some 90s songs I could totally see being in a Stranger Things season 6 that is shot 10 years from now that is using 90s nostalgia because 10 years in their world.
If they're using 90s nostalgia, like Juliana Hatfield, let's do that. Juliana Hatfield,
Breeders,
PJ Harvey, Breeders,
early Chemical Brothers,
exactly. Even early Prodigy, all that kind of stuff.
Even earlier Chemical Brothers, Dust Brothers.
Yes, dude. Yes, we should be hired to make the music for this thing that will never exist.
Yeah, you should hire us. We could name things that happened in the night.
Hey guys, remember this? That was good. Remember that? That one good.
Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah, I just saw them live. Yeah.
Yep. I know. But it would work. I'm talking. There's good music in the 90s. It's all kind of towards the first half.
That's what I'm saying. Like 91 to 94 was great. Then Cobain dies, and we're like, you know what? I don't know.
I mean, I do like that song. I just hate Kid Rock.
Yeah, but
that song rocks. But it's Kid Rock, and I kind of want to puke in my mouth saying
Kid Rocks.
That sounds like some weird pedophilia thing, which Kid Rock has probably done.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing Kid Rock's a pedophile. It's an easy guess.
Let's just go ahead and say...
let's definitively say...
Lost at Home has broken the story just like Kid Rock has broken many a young boy's cherry in their asshole. Bar with a bar to bang that ass. Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
We said it here first.
Yeah.
Literally, that's not a lie. We said
We
it here
we
first.
said it here first. It does not mean it's true. It is probably not true. We
This
want
is
to,
not libel.
Yeah, exactly. It is slander, but it is not libel.
I could picture Kid Rock of all people finding our show and actually suing us for libel.
He found us through fucking Daily Caller or whatever the fuck, Daily Wire or
Daily
whatever.
Wire.
Yeah,
Oh, Daily
Wire,
Caller,
yeah.
both.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Daily Wire were
Wow.
like supposedly like.
Do you realize that MGT and Lauren Boebert and Ted Cruz and a lot of other people probably
Matt
read
Gaetz.
those? Matt Gaetz probably read those shit blogs.
And they know our
And they
podcast.
read our. They might even clicked. We might have hardcore Republicans like in the top echelons of our government who like our podcast.
You know
on
what?
Twitter.
Maybe we should work on
should probably
changing
go-
minds.
We should maybe go through our Twitter followers and see who we have.
We should change some minds here.
I'm gonna do that tonight. Actually,
Marjorie Taylor Greene,
I'm gonna look
you are a piece of shit.
I'm gonna go through and look for blue check marks and see who we have. We got a bunch of blue check mark followers.
Yeah,
But-
as long as they're not black check marks, we're good. You know, cause
Well, they turn 'cause
we're
white
racist.
and
Get it?
black
you know,
on
yeah.
night
I'm making
mode.
I'm making a joke about the fact that we're right wing, which means we're racist.
Jay, would you like to talk about your art?
I've been messing with some AI created horror art lately.
Awesome. Moving on.
yeah.
Update hold. Do we have anything
Actually,
for that?
I just actually saw one of my frames switched.
I'm just kidding about cutting you off. I just saw that too.
Yeah. So anyway, so I've been using anybody out there who is an artist worried about. First of all, I've been using some like AI assisted music stuff for a while because. And with AI art, like generally artists and musicians and anybody like in a creative industry are like super freaked out by anything AI. And the thing is, though, dude, it's here. Nobody's gonna roll it back and go like, oh, a bunch of fucking hippie artists didn't like the way that this fucking thing created it, so we're just gonna back off because they were fucking holding their knees and crying into their fucking shoulders all day. Like, no, it's here to stay. So you can either be afraid of it and fucking cower from it and move away from it, or you can know that anything technology, like any technological stuff, can be like assisting you as an artist, or you can cower from it and be completely fucking devoured by it. So I've been messing around with AI generated art. You
sold all your own art supplies.
Yep, yeah, yeah.
Done!
And burned them in the backyard.
Those oil paint sure go up like Roman candles.
I've been worshiping this certain disco diffusion. But yeah, so I've been using disco diffusion, which is like an AI model essentially, or like a series of models it's trained on a bunch of art. And you can type in these text prompts and a bunch of like artist names, and you can get some really cool things in return. Guess what? It doesn't generate the same art that like human beings. So you saw what I showed you.
You showed me some
showed
incredible
insanely
art.
cool shit.
Incredible art.
But like think of those as like springboard things where like, oh, like instead of like
I passed them off as my own.
Yeah.
Just
I
write
literally signed it.
in the corner and print them.
So actually, there has been like argument about people doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
why
oh,
couldn't you theoretically?
Yeah, so like some of these engines do have like a thing like, oh, if you're going to use it, you owe us like X percentage or blah blah blah, because technically like, but also it's
My keywords. I'm the artist. I typed in baloney hat. I'm the artist.
like dude, producers
I'm typing in
on
baloney
producers.
hat. First thing I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, because I am going to get you an invite to Midjourney. That's the other one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll do that one. I'll just baloney hat.
Baloney hat. Period.
And then just find an artist style to like.
Yeah. Like baloney hat, like
Jim Henson. Wait, that's 3-dimensional, but would it do it?
Yeah.
It would.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So anyway,
Who's the guy who does Garfield?
Jim Davis.
Jim Davis.
Jim Douglas was our governor.
Wait, our governor invented Garfield? No, I want
he invented him and murdered
I
him.
want baloney hat in the style of Garfield by an AI.
Yeah.
I'm going to get crazy with this shit.
Okay, remember that. If not, we have it on recording because I'm yeah. So anyway, I've been messing with so far. If
We're recording this.
if anybody is familiar with any of this stuff, I've been using Disco Diffusion from Google Colabs, and I paid for the fast lane. And Midjourney, very cool stuff. Because I've been mostly on the art realm. I have not messed with DALL-E, but that's the more like photographic. That's the Google engine. Whatnot.
That's
so
when
anyway,
you create yourself a girlfriend.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Which I also,
Just this weird monster ball of tits.
baloney hat.
Baloney hat tits.
Yeah, baloney hat tits.
Just a ball made of tits wearing a hat made of baloney.
Whatever it is.
Wow, you nailed it. That's my wife.
Whatever you nailed, I'll nail.
That's my future wife.
That is nothing like I imagined, but you know what? I am so turned on right now.
It's like that giant ball that the Critters made in Critters 2.
Oh,
where
yeah.
they all get together, but it's just tits.
That's right. Critters ball tits,
ball
baloney
tits.
hat
Dude.
that I can fuck. Yeah, didn't matter what came out of it. I would have fucked it no matter what. Anyway.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm
end
doing
of-
this.
Yeah,
I'm doing
yeah.
this.
So AI art. By the way, all you artists out there, I'm an artist. Scott's an artist. You can appreciate
That's
what
me.
You can appreciate what people what computers bring to the table as a tool to use to then springboard off of and then further our humanity-based art and creativity, which I have always thought is the case. If you're cowering in the corner, worrying about it, it's not going away. Nobody's drawing this back. It's here to stay. Learn to use it as a tool. Make sure you learn to manipulate it so you can actually fucking take advantage of it and become the next thing that uses it as a tool. So,
There we go.
anyway.
All right, and we have no updates this week, so I guess we can jump right into Scott's movie hole.
Scott's movie hole. Scott's movie hole. He has a hole that puts a movie in it, and then he takes the movie out, and then he goes, oh, that's right. Scott's movie hole. Oh, take it out. It's too big. It can't fit. Take it out. I'll take it out. Oh, God damn it. It's too big. You're going to, it's crowding. The movie's crowding. Meh. Scott's movie hole.
Hi, Poppy.
Anyway, that as you know, that is our usual theme song.
That is our usual theme song. I guess we got to make sure there's one that then puts your name over all the Scotts.
We've done two
can't
of
do
them now.
two.
We've done two of them.
We have done two. Oh, yeah, we did one last week.
Yeah.
All right, save those.
They're there.
All right, my movie comes from 1984 and is easily accessible if you follow us and you know that we love Shudder. It's on Shudder, and the movie is Threads.
Yes.
I had never heard of, nor had I ever seen this movie until today.
I watched it when it first came on Shudder a couple years ago, maybe.
Yep, I was unaware of this movie's existence. This is basically the first movie ever to deal with a nuclear apocalypse and a nuclear winter. Before this, there was nothing of the sort. Nothing where you can go on and be like, wow, I want to watch a movie where everything gets fucking nuked. It's scary. It's sad. I gotta say, when it ended, I was a little depressed. Like, it's a downer. But it's also
It ends on a
informative.
it's a downer the entire way, but it ends so downery.
It's so informative too, and accurate. I like that it can be shown in schools. I guess it couldn't because it's very dark. But
if you were to just mask it, I mean, barely mask it as a PSA. It kind of is a It
works as a PSA.
as if it you could mask this as a mockumentary PSA for sure.
Yeah, it's 2 hours long.
It has that kind of mockumentary feel in a lot of it,
It's 2 hours long, which I thought felt like it was going to be too long, and it is a long movie. 2 hours is long, but there's no wasted moments. There's no story where you're like, why are we watching this? Why is it happening? Even though it does take almost, I'd say, 45 minutes for the nukes to drop. Yeah, that 45 minutes is important because it makes you actually feel for the characters you're seeing.
Yeah. It's called
and that's
character
what
development.
matters. Yeah. Like, if I didn't care about these people, like, if the bombs drop 5 minutes in, I'm like, why do I give a shit about these two people, these lovers? Because it's basically about a couple. Yeah. And their family, and then it devolves into
there's other ancillary, exactly.
It follows the story of Ruth, who's the girl in the couple.
Yeah.
If you read IMDb, there's I think a very religious person did the parental disclaimers. Because if you remember correctly, at the beginning of the movie, they fuck in a car, and she gets pregnant.
Yep.
I believe on IMDb it specifically says a boy and a girl are in a car. Boy pushes himself on girl against her will. She ends up pregnant. Does not happen in the movie.
No.
They're in love.
Yeah.
They're teens.
Yeah.
They fog up the windows.
They
having consensually
consensually fuck and have a fucking baby.
IMDb makes it almost sound like he rapes her or it's statutory or something. It is not. It is not. It's very normal. I think someone got a little uptight seeing teens not even fuck because it's a PG movie in the sexual sense until the end, I guess. You never see a dick or boobs or anything like that?
No. Much to my chagrin.
Threads. You never see a dick or
Yeah,
boobs.
you never see a dick or boobs, and maybe not there's a rape. I don't know, depending on your outlook on life.
There is, more or less.
At the beginning, the first 10 minutes.
Oh, no rape in the first 10 minutes. Maybe rape in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right.
Classic Threads apology.
Here, I'm going to go ahead and just read the little about on it that was pretty much everywhere on the internet. Young lovers Ruth and Jimmy decide to get married. After Ruth unexpectedly gets pregnant, they're quiet.
That is true. They didn't mean to have a baby.
No.
They weren't going after making a baby.
All right. Their quiet lives in Sheffield, England are threatened when the Soviet Union and the United States go to war. After a nuclear attack destroys a NATO base 20 miles from Sheffield, the town falls into chaos. Ruth and Jimmy are separated as the fallout spreads. Ruth must struggle to survive alone in the post-apocalyptic landscape. That is very simplified. It's one nuke that hits the NATO base 20 miles from their town, and then I think 100 more nukes land. Like, it's the end of the world kind of scenario.
So we don't have like individual thumbnails for our show, but you do post stuff on the website. I'm going to like literally copy and paste this into the AI art generator.
Oh,
that blurb and see what it spits out.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, so
yeah, the story goes with
post-apocalyptic landscape, like NATO base, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, just see what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the movie basically follows Ruth, and it's way more than one nuke. It's many nukes. Like, the first one's shocking, and I gotta say, I did what you did, Jared. I wrote down a most disturbing list.
Yeah.
I like that, and I think I want to keep that going. In fact, even if a movie has almost nothing that's disturbing, that'd be good to report.
Yeah, like most disturbing, most exciting, all whatever. Like most something. Yeah.
We'll probably refine, even though 350 was supposed to be where we landed. We're going to be refining the show forever.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, 100 was where we were supposed to be landing, and 200 was. And 250, whatever, yeah.
So, one of my most shocked things about this, most disturbing, was the English accents are so fucking thick in this that I literally had to turn on closed captions to understand what they were saying.
Oh, yeah, we're all here wanting it. Oh, yeah.
It was
it the Bill Hader what's his name? The guy from fucking Portlandia, Fred Armisen. They're like one of my favorite super underrated SNL skits of like, don't go round the re-row. Like
where they just kept saying
it was one like all
that.
these like crazy thick accented like where we UK fucking like British the British gangster,
Snatch.
the Cockney British, exactly. They snatch
where he's like,
he's like, don't go round the re-row.
Yeah, I think they got that from the Brad Pitt character from Snatch because he had the thickest not Jumanji.
Don't go round
what's the gypsy accent? What's it called? Germany. Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass. I cannot think of what it's called. The Romani.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I was going Jumanji, but close enough.
I mean, like, Anna Maria.
Yeah, like but that thick accent like Brad Pitt did was all I could think of when I was watching this movie. Because they'd be like, in a bar, and below it'd say like, yes, I'd like another beer. And I'm like, dude, those syllables weren't in that.
Yeah, go to Dungaree round the re-row.
It was like Deep Woods Australian.
It's right.
Yep. All right, so that bothered me, and then the whole thing is shot in SD because it was done by the BBC for television originally. Not theaters. In 1984.
80s? Yeah.
So that kind of blew my mind that this also aired on television. When it aired, it also had some gaps in its airings. I think there was 20 years at one point where it didn't air, and then another 20 after that. Like it kind of surfaces from time to time, and then kind of hides again.
Well, now it's like a cult classic. So
now it's on Shudder.
It's like 4K. Like it's like
you hear that,
Arrow.
Shudder? Are we gonna get sponsored by you, Shudder?
Never.
You know it would help if we just asked. Have you asked?
I've never asked, but I've also had Shudder since 2015.
Yeah, me too. Pretty much.
I've literally paid them since public beta. Public beta happened, and I have paid them money ever since.
Let's figure out how to get a sponsorship.
It didn't work for over a year, and I paid them money for horror movies I couldn't watch, and I just looked at it and
I got logged out for months and still paid, and then finally fought them to get logged back in, because that was early on when they were still a little fucky with their logins.
Oh, dude, that was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, there was months where I just couldn't log into it, but kept paying just to
there
support them, 'cause
were
I'm like,
multiple
I'm like, I'm
times,
paying
yeah.
that IT guy to log me back in.
There was one time I upgraded to the annual subscription, and they just kept charging me for the monthly.
Also.
And it took me like a year to figure that out. I'm like, dude. And they're like, yeah, sorry about that. I'm like, what? But yeah, then I bought my mom a subscription. So, you know, I'm paying for 2 subscriptions right now. So.
All right. So my most
And I will
disturbing...
pay for them forever. They are amazing. But also, Shudder, for love, you know, God, just give us some fucking free shit.
Yeah, I kind of want some free shit. Just give me some Shudder stickers to put on like a computer or
Honestly,
something.
yeah, just like a Shudder
something.
sticker.
We
Please,
love
a
you, Shudder.
sticker.
All right. So one of the things that got me early in the movie was when there was the idea of a nuclear war even happening. People started hitting those grocery stores and, you know, basically clearing out the shelves.
Like
and all I could think of was just the pandemic we just
you're like,
learned.
oh, that would never happen.
Yep, and then it got dark real quick when the nukes dropped, and the realistic people burning to a crisp was insane. The special effects artist for this movie, A+.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Bet I cannot.
It's all practical. I mean, of course, like 1984.
They
but
burned
yes.
real people.
Hey, poor people, want to make some money and not ever get back to your family?
There's a scene where there's a flash from a nuke, and the sound goes out, and it just flash of white, no sound, and then clips of people catching on fire, which was cool because, you know, the actual fire effects of real people catching,
Yeah.
and then fake people burning to a crisp. And at one point, it flashes for maybe 3 seconds, maybe 2 seconds, to like an E.T. doll, like a life-size one, like a prop from a movie, fucking burning to a crisp. And it was just like, was that E.T.? And I rewound it, and I was like, that was fucking E.T.
Yep.
just burning to a crisp.
Yeah, it was 2 years earlier, man.
And then as the movie goes, there's lots of things with emergency government officials who survived the blast in their little like bunkers, but like debris crushed some of them, and they're shoving these like 60-year-old men in hefty bags while talking about whether they're gonna have food tomorrow. Like weird, dark shit.
It's fucking dark, dude. I love how dark this movie is.
Yep, as the food poison,
And I think realistically dark. Like that's how we would. Like I think like. So many people like would so quickly like look how quickly people just were like, oh, we're in a pandemic now. This is the way the world works. And people like shift. They're like, oh, I could never shift to just shoving fucking 60-year-old men in the bag. But you guess what? If that's what normalcy became, like, oh, new normal, bloop. You know, fucking dad's going into fucking, you know, Ziploc.
My cat Choco Taco came into the room while I was watching it, and I was looking at that scene, and I looked down at him, and I thought, if I could get my wife and him into the basement, fuck the other 2 cats, and we survive this, could I eat him? Because I know if I die first, he's gonna eat me. But I'm I love this little fella.
I think it would take you longer to eat him than it would for him.
Oh, he'd eat me the second I stop moving.
Oh yeah, I think like you go to sleep and your eyeballs gone.
Yeah.
You wake up and he's like nothing.
Like, I love him to death, but at the same time, he only loves me as long as he's fed.
Oh, yeah. Cats have no loyalty, and I love that about them.
But I'd want to give him, like, scraps to keep him alive and have, like, leashed with, like, spikes on it, give him a little battle cat helmet. Have, like, a post-apocalyptic friend who helps me catch rats that we can share.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, like, you would definitely share them with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they always bring rats home as a gift.
Exactly, yeah, like whatever, like, bottom half.
For me, it'd be Battle Cat in the post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
Tiny and scared of his own shadow.
I can't ride him. And he's scared of a shadow. And he might eat my eyeballs if I fall asleep.
Yeah, and he's a little hungry. Just a little. Not even a lot.
Yeah.
Just a little hungry.
Yeah.
A little peckish.
Okay, so mostly he attacks me, and I'm afraid of him. But this is my battle cat.
He runs the gang.
You tell him, Battle Cat. Meow. Yeah, that's right. Tell him, Battle Cat.
Why do 6 people hold 6 leashes going to that one cat? Well, the cat's holding the leashes. You always got to remember, whoever's holding the least amount of leashes is the...
Exactly.
Or no, is the pet.
Sure.
Whoever's on the least amount of leashes is the pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. In a leash kind of... civilization, leash-based civilization.
Leash civilization, etc.
You know what I mean?
I do, actually. I actually do.
So as... all I can think of in my head is interconnected weaves of leashes going out where, like, everyone's like, you're holding 7 leashes. but you're leashed too.
Yeah.
But that person only has one person on your leash, so you're
Yeah,
like,
you're like,
we're
oh,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
equals.
Yeah,
Like, maybe they're above me by one, because it's one of these. I got 7 on mine, so I'm above 7 people.
Yeah, you're literally describing retail.
It's a hierarchy of leashes.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you're a district manager versus an assistant manager.
Yeah, but
versus,
all with physical leashes.
Yeah, yeah. We should physically leash all managers.
Nothing would ever get tangled. All right.
Oh, man. If only retail was based on a leash system, we would be okay.
So as the movie progresses, fallout hits, radiation poisoning hits, and we get a lot of scenes of people puking. If anyone has that specific, I almost looked up the word for it, but the specific phobia of watching people puke, this movie's not for you. There's many scenes of that. And then we get people eating animals. We get people eating rats, people eating sheep, canned foods they bang on stones to break open, which was also kind of disturbing watching someone suck out of the side of a rusty can.
Emetophobia.
Yeah.
Emetophobia, fear of vomiting.
I think I want to do a fears list for these fears that can be triggered.
Yeah, I think
I
so,
kind of
yeah.
want to do that going forward.
Emetophobia. Emetophobia.
Yeah, I almost want to do a list for the show, basically doing the puking, maybe seeing animals getting hurt, like things like that.
Exactly, yeah.
But we could do
like,
that.
essentially, like, does the dog die? Our
Basically,
version of that,
Billy Bob Thornton's, no, the other guy.
Joe Bob Briggs.
Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah.
His thing where he does like the list at the beginning. I want
exactly,
to do that just with phobias.
Yeah, I
They
think
could
so,
be
yeah.
triggered by this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Like,
Not
yeah.
a trigger warning, just a phobia
No,
warning.
yeah, but like...
Fuck trigger warning. We'll drop the bomb that we won't even tell you if there's a rape in this one.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. In fact, you should assume there is. And if there wasn't, we will rape somebody while watching this movie while we are reviewing it. That's exactly right. The Lost at Home podcast.
Everyone gets touched. All right, so people get hung in this movie and are hanging in the streets. That's probably the other graphic thing. And then the movie, and I'm going to spoil the ending because you should just watch this movie and not worry about where it ends.
Spoiler alert, 3, 2,
And this is
1,
a trigger warning.
and all that.
A 13-year-old girl is raped off screen, is impregnated, and then gives birth to a dead mutant bag of blood, pretty much. And that is pretty much how they cap the movie. They go really hard. And I don't care that I spoiled that, because if that was spoiled for me, I'd still watch this movie and I would still enjoy it.
That's a post Roe v. Wade world, and I'm not even joking there. Like, if you lived in Ohio right now, you could be a 13-year-old and you would be forced to give birth to a bloody mutant sack.
Yeah.
Literally, pretty much just happened. What with the 10-year-old girl who was pretty much like...
She was definitely going to give birth to a mutant bloody sack.
What else do you give birth to? Who...
The next Bill Gates, duh.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that Bill Gates definitely raped a 10-year-old in
We don't
in
know
Ohio.
that.
Wait, we don't know that Bill Gates didn't rape a 10-year-old in Ohio and maybe didn't pay for her to go across the border to Indiana to get one of those Indiana abortions, which we all know are definitely subpar abortions. They only take out half the baby. The other half the baby they give to Bill Gates so he can put into his vaccines, which he makes you take so he can make into his shit water to make Africans drink. So they're like, oh, Mr. Gates, we love you so much. We love you so much. We will vote for you when you great replacement theory us into your country. Boom, Republican vote. Woo. We're not a political podcast.
How do we keep getting on the Daily Wire and Daily Calling?
By the way, because they don't understand irony, because that is definitely...
Oh, they were taking notes when you just said that.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. The new... if tomorrow the fucking new conspiracy theory is Bill Gates
raped that girl in Ohio.
Bill Gates raped the girl, brought her to fucking Africa to make her poop into a fucking chute, and then turn that chute poop into water to then jack into vaccines to make everybody take so he could re-impregnate other Ohio girls. Only Ohio girls, by the way. He's got a thing for you. And then, honestly, that might be too smart a conspiracy theory for most of the fucking crazy people.
You know, if you say Ohio backwards, it's Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not true. All right. So
No, it's Ohio. It's
Ohio.
Yeah,
Which almost sounds like high.
It goes from Ohio
to Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio. Oh my God, you're right. That 10-year-old
Was
is a
asking
fucking
for it.
is a fucking hoe.
Wow, no, we need to change the direction of the show quickly. The verdict, my final verdict on this movie.
The movie, not the 10-year-old.
No, I'm
Okay.
changing my verdict on the girl.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't even know she was on trial, but there's a verdict.
In Ohio, she's on trial.
So my overall verdict on this movie is it's good. You should watch it. And with the current situation between Ukraine and Russia and the nuclear hostilities that Russia keeps flexing with, this might be something that everyone should watch. It might be good not for preparedness as such, because it kind of just tells you you're fucked. But it might be good just to get you in the mindset that nukes are bad.
So
change how you vote.
Should we tuck under desks, and put
You definitely get under a desk. That's gonna, yeah.
Or you put your hand, yeah.
No one was gonna live. Those drills were just made to scare kids into voting red.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
A lot of Republicans probably got created by those scares. All right, so guess what I have
McCarthy.
here? I have facts about radiation.
Okay.
There's radiation everywhere, and most of it's benign, but there is a overall dosage we all get. I found out that your average person gets 660-ish, 620-ish REMs, millirems.
Yeah.
That's just background radiation that comes from things like electronics, the sun. Doesn't really matter, just things. And what I was able to do here was find a little list of some of the ways you can get radiated just through normal daily life. Mind you, 620 is the average amount you should have. So sitting next to someone for 8 hours is 2 MREMs.
Okay, yeah, not very much.
Very little.
Yeah.
Living within 50 miles of a coal plant is 0.03. It's very little. Coal doesn't put off a lot, apparently.
Wow. So, actually, sleeping next to your loved one would be considerably more than that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Living in a stone, brick, or adobe home is 7 MREMs. That's a lot because, granite in particular lets out a lot of radiation. There's actually uranium, radon, a lot of things in that's leaking out all the time. Smoking, 16,000 MREMs.
Glad I never took it up.
16,000. Apparently it says the tobacco leaf acts like the absorbing surface of charcoal in a radon test kit. It collects long-lived isotopes of airborne radon like lead-210 and polonium. Small portions of the lungs can get relatively whopping doses compared to background levels. Also, porcelain teeth and crowns give tenths of a rem. Air travel, because you go really high up in the sky, is about 1 MREM per 1,000 miles above 30,000 feet you go. Brazil nuts have thousands of times more radiation in them than any other food. They're the most radioactive
Just
food you
absorb
can
that
eat.
shit?
It says this is the world's most radioactive food due to the high radium concentrations that makes it thousands of times that of average foods.
That's fucking creepy, honestly.
And the U.S. Capitol
I don't eat Brazil nuts.
I won't now. And the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. This building is so radioactive due to the high uranium content in its granite walls, it could never be licensed as a nuclear power reactor site. I don't know quite what they're going for with that statement, but it's very, very radioactive.
Gotcha.
So I went to the nrc.gov website and took the radioactive calculator test for where I live, what I live like, what I eat, how much I travel,
which is the same as
etc.
me, essentially, yeah. So,
And
how are we doing, Scott?
after doing the test, I came out at 317 MREMs, which is
That's not bad. About
almost half.
yeah, about half. Yeah, that's
So-
not bad.
so
I feel
living-
okay with that.
Yep, living where we live and how we live. Mine might even be higher than yours because I've flown recently, and my luggage and stuff went through metal X-ray machines.
Yeah.
I went to a dentist recently and had my teeth X-rayed. So if teeth X-rays, X-ray luggage, flying up in a plane, boom.
I have been on an all Brazil nut diet lately, though.
Just mainlining Brazil nuts.
Oh yeah. And anything about that?
No.
Good. Okay.
And what I realized is that this is a movie craze that was started by The Thread, the 80s nuclear war movie craze.
Yeah.
It was a big thing for 10 years, and sure, it carries on a little bit now with maybe some of the sequels, but you really don't see nuclear war movies anymore. Not a lot.
You got some traumas in here.
I had to. But...
Speaking of our boy Lloyd Kaufman.
Yep. Definitely got Toxic Avenger and Classes of Nukem High.
Yep.
But then we got War Games, DEFCON 4, the Mad Max series.
Yeah, of course.
The Day After, Testament, the Terminator series.
Yep.
All nuclear war movies, all that came up after the movie The Thread, popped up in pop culture. Like that was the seed that started it all. Without the movie Thread, we probably wouldn't have had half of these films.
Yeah, yep, yeah. You know, you pointed out pretty well, like at the beginning, like that was the origin movie of that. Yeah, maybe some of the other movies would have happened.
Nosferatu for vampire movies.
Exactly, yeah.
Starting at the beginning.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead for zombie movies.
Even if like people haven't seen it, you're like
Teen Wolf for werewolf movies.
Exactly, yeah.
I think I'm off on that one. Why didn't Creature of the Black Lagoon create more Lagoon movies? I mean, there was that Blue Lagoon movie where those two teenagers fucked. That was hot.
That's pretty good. Yeah, Brooke Shields or whatever.
I think they were both 30 when they did it, but I think
I actually think Brooke Shields was like 15 when she did that.
Oh shit, because she was she got exploited hard in the 70s and early 80s.
Oh yeah. I think she was literally 15. They're like, yo, show your tits, 15-year-old. Yeah. This won't come back to hey. It's Hollywood. You can trust us.
There was a lot of famous actresses from the 80s who were naked as young teenagers in the 70s that I've learned only recently, and it's weird. Like, how did that happen? Yeah. How are those movies allowed to be made? Number one, how is that not child porn? How? Just how is it? They're like, she's art. She's walking. Hey. She's 13. She's walking her tits out. It's art.
Yeah, it's art. Yeah. She's gonna suck my dick like it's art. Yeah, she's gonna suck my dick like the fucking. She's like a fucking.
Well, I know how it got made. It's pervy fucking pedophile directors. I get it. Yeah. White male pervy pedophile directors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I get it.
And the reason it hasn't been declared like anything other than that is because the fucking world is still run by those people.
Yes.
So like, or at least the industry is still run by those people.
The ghost of Epstein.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I like to dedicate this film to my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my dad, ghost of Jeff Epstein.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And up there in heaven.
Harvey Weinstein, I know you're ready to kill yourself any day now, but you know what?
Harvey Weinstein up there in heaven.
Yes. Yeah. Harvey, eventually up there in heaven, once you get your fat ass, you fucking find a beam big enough to fucking hang yourself from.
His prison cell is just always cracked beams. Like, we don't even take away the shoelaces anymore. You just can't do it.
Yeah, we've been giving him tougher belts, but
just to see if he can do it.
Come on, Harvey, you got this, Harvey.
The only thing left to hang himself from the bars in the window, but he has to put his legs up and kind of hang his butt an inch off the floor to see if he can.
Yeah,
but those legs always get tired. They always fall.
All right, we got any rebar cells we can fucking put this guy in? Come on, Harvey, you got this.
Put a rebar in that's 4 inches off the ground so he has to plank himself to death.
Come on, plank it, Harvey. You can do this, Harvey. Anyway, yeah, Harvey Weinstein, kill yourself.
All right. Now,
I usually wouldn't, want anybody to kill himself.
No, Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Hurry up and do it.
For the love of God, kill yourself. If you die... you can hold the Lost at Home podcast accountable. Please do not load the...
Now, the web dropping that this story came from, if newer listeners don't understand the new format, we take a web dropping, we work backwards, find a movie that relates to it, and then finally report on it.
Do
we
we?
need to flip this order just to make it make more sense.
Flip it.
But, so there's been a nuclear attack. New PSA, despite low likelihood of New York's NYC strike.
There has not been a nuclear attack.
Nope, but a PSA is out. That's the worst title I've ever fucking seen in an article.
Yeah.
NBC
so, there's been a nuclear attack. :
Yeah, right?
By the way, there hasn't been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, clickbait maybe?
Yeah, well, basically there's a new PSA
NBC
that's
New
been
York.
released in NYC
Thank you.
that basically says what to do in case of a nuclear attack. And I thought that was very interesting that this thing's been launched. If you go on YouTube, you can find this very easily. It's a very blasé, in fact, it's green screen through most of it, thing that you would see like in Good Morning America. It's that level of quality where they just walk through and
get inside. Stay inside. Hunker down under your desk.
It's bad advice, Marwa. Basically, it should be like...
duck and cover.
You're probably going to die. They should just say that.
Dude, so there's been a nuclear attack. Well, that was fun. And that's it.
Pillage and loot before other people can pillage and loot because whoever has the most lives.
Yeah.
Buy some iodine tablets ahead of time. Isn't that helpful?
It is, this is where you wish that you had...
Duct tape your windows.
Duct tape? You probably should have bought more AK... I hate
Most
to hate.
nukes knock out windows and roofs.
You probably should have bought more AR-15s. I hate to say it. This is where a little pro gun happens.
You know, that one family whose Christmas tree is just creatively arranged AR-15s, all kind of pointed up as a tree.
Yeah. Oh, honey.
Oh, they laughed at my AR-15 mystery. I can't really get a wedge that.
They won't laugh now when I'm shooting them off my fucking 4 Patriots fucking...
I would say having blast-proof windows or backup windows for one room in your house. So, like, if you have a room with doors, 2 doors, or 1 door even,
Whoa,
but
so,
just 2 windows,
so by the way,
you just have backup windows.
You mean like you
like
have to,
in a closet somewhere, or even in a wall. Like, you hide them in
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
So they're like, oh, nuclear blast happened. Get out the carpentry tools and pull out the window.
Yeah,
so
I would say like just go for blast proof. Like you want the blast proof or the ones you have to reinstall during an apocalypse.
You can install them over. You just like it's like a second window. And it's literally a wooden frame.
All right. For $10 more,
frame with plexiglass.
For $10 more, we can just install a backup window right behind it.
I'm thinking,
wait, but what is it otherwise? Well, the other bit you put down in your basement, and you need all the carpentry skills to reinstall it. It's gonna take about 6 hours. But I saved $10. Yes, you do. But your family will likely be dead.
I'm thinking a frame with plexiglass that you can nail up in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, it's plexiglass. Yeah,
a frame the size of your window with plexiglass in it, like a wood frame, and in it, it's like a picture frame.
You don't know. You could literally, I could just like you see that.
But you want to use your windows before the nuclear blast.
No, but you could literally just every window has a frame. You can just get plexiglass too. Yeah,
there. Everyone should have sheets of plexiglass.
That I will agree with.
There.
Yeah.
Slap them up over your windows. Duct tape them up.
That's our PSA.
That keeps the radiation out.
Our LAH PSA. Our Lost at Home podcast. SA, because I forgot what that is.
You know what that brings me to?
Oh, actually, LAH PSA, yeah. What's that?
That's the end of my segment of the show.
Yeah.
Is this the end of the show?
It really is, yeah. Just like last week, we kind of just went for it.
You want to read all these titles just to let folks know what they missed?
Okay, here we go. All right, so.
Just titles.
Chinese ice cream won't melt. Look it up. Actually...
Yeah, there you go. No, let's get really abusive at the end because we didn't write them into the show properly. Look them up, fucker.
Look them up, fuckface. Invasive green crab whiskey. Tastes good. Or don't it, bitches? Look it up, you cunt. Demon Ducks of Doom, or maybe not. Prehistoric, or today. Maybe you're gonna die, you fucking piece of shit. Drink it up, you cunt. Drink it up with your invasive crab whiskey and ice cream that don't melt. Wavy tube man, bat repellent. I don't even know what that means. Fuck you, bitch! Women get felony for spitting on corpse. Women get felony for everything, just like they deserve. Just like, oh, you want a uterus? Guess what? Don't spit on that corpse. Invasive crab whiskey, demon ducks, don't ice cream, etc. Fuck you, get lost.
Get lost.